Okay, so Ken, this is your April 1, 2025 lesson. The swing is good athletically. It's a solid swing, as you probably know. Let's just see if there's any points we need to refine. The first point, as you pointed out, is your feet are closed, so we want railroad ties. Now, yeah, the feet are open. Your knees are open, and you've worked really hard at keeping your shoulders square, but you're still blocking the swing with that front hip socket. So, and we'll show you the swing is a little bit different. Okay, so the takeaway, and we drew these lines, for the recording purposes. This yellow line represents the swing plane. The swing plane is actually any plane parallel to these yellow lines. So as you take it back, okay, so this isn't a bad spot. Let's see what happens. So then it gets to the top, and so see, you're off plane of the yellow lines. Then good athlete put it back on plane, and then like most, yeah. So when you see the club coming down and see this angle, if it represents being steep. If that shaft was pointed like out here, then that would be shallow. If it was pointed here, it would be right on plane. You got it too steep, and we'll show you what that causes. Okay, but then as you come down, look, this is what makes your swing so good, is that you're back on plane. But that movement is not really needed, and so if it gets off by like 2 inches, it's got to get back on by 2 inches. So you can't do that every time. That's why you're inconsistent. I believe with this swing, when everything's lined up, you can hit the ball with anybody, but you only do it maybe 2 out of 10 times. And what we want is like 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I want to get the percentage, the probability of hitting a better shot higher.
Yes, right. Yes. And the reason the inconsistency is there is you have some extra movements that require compensating movements. So if we take this back with, let's show you. Now, he's not getting too far off plane, so he doesn't need compensating movements. But you're getting it off here, and see you in the middle of the swing, you're going to go from, you take the shaft from being steep in the middle of the swing when you're trying to gain power, and you're going from, you have to go from the angle of the red line to the angle of the green line in the middle of your swing. And in this case, you did it really well. But see, Woods doesn't have to, the left-handed Woods doesn't have to change the angle. He comes down, it's that angle.
He's already got that.
Exactly. And so all he does is sets it down here and then rotates through. Yeah. So now, again, if everything's lined up and you have the right compensating moves precisely right, you can hit it with anybody. And then here's the thing that every good player, it doesn't matter if they're Furyk swing or Trevino's, they get to these two checkpoints where when the hands get waist high, the club gets on their forearm, and this is close enough. It should be on your forearm. Every good player has that as a checkpoint.
So, okay. So what do you mean by getting my?
Yeah. See how when you come down at this point, it's on your forearm. You're a little above it.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
But
the angle.
And all I can say is that's not a problem. But the thing is that sometimes it may be clear over not. But all I'm saying is you can play with this because even though it's not precisely right, because you get to this point. This is the next checkpoint where that's why you can hit it so well. That point is good. So we follow this thing through. Head is still. There's no head movement. You've got early extension. You come away from the back wall a bit, and then it finishes just about on plane. And then you just get kind of a little cramped in here because you haven't released your lower body.
The front hip.
Yeah, that front hip, but the front hip, watch Woods. So he gets that front hip out of the way.
See, his ass is sticking out.
Exactly. That's my point.
That'll give you more power as well.
A better direction, more consistency, and more power. Okay, so then his hip's out of the way, and then this is something that you don't have is We'll address that. So we're back recording. So this is a pretty good takeaway. Okay, so typical hockey move. It's kind of a shortened swing, but you can get by. And answer your question, you can get by with your hands low as this, because typically they're higher. As long as that left shoulder is behind the ball. I'm sorry, that front shoulder.
So that would be my...
Yeah. So as long as this is behind the ball, your hands can be that high. If your shoulder doesn't get behind the ball, it doesn't rotate. See, this is a good turn. Your back shoulder disappears, and the lead shoulder is behind the ball.
So you want to tuck that into your chin.
Yeah, but see, you rotate your head so you don't have to put it under your chin. So the head's rotated. That's how you got this good top position. And see how that front knee is...
That's my other thing. My neck is screwed up. Well, as a kid when I was younger, it's only turned minimal amount. Yeah.
Okay, but see, you've done the right thing. If you'd kept that head there, you could only get that backswing. So you rotated, like, remember Nicholas would turn his head? That was his...
Yeah, and he'd look down,
that was his trigger to start. You've already got it. Yeah. That's why this is so good with... You don't need it under your chin as long as you rotate your head. And the rotation isn't that big a deal. It's like 15 degrees. But it allows you to get this... Long answer, this is a really good backswing, this way. And that front knee is caved in. Then let's look at the downswing. This is what... Okay, so see the angle of that front leg, calf, is here. It's got that good angle, knees pointed behind the ball, which is good.
So we're like this, you're pulling it against you.
Exactly. But what you do now, watch. So as it gets vertical, that's the weight shift. The weight shift is really good. So here are the lines we draw.
So that's getting the weight off your back foot.
Exactly. But then it stops. Watch. So there are more things right with this swing than not. Okay.
As long as I can hit the ball further interior, I'll be okay.
Well, I can guarantee you can be more consistent. Okay, so those purple lines are okay. Now, yeah. See that's a weight shift. See that front leg gets and that front hip started right there at that crossing. So that's the weight shift. But then it shuts down from here on